sir.
Recording start ಮಾಡ್ಕೊ.
Yeah, start recording on your computer.
ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನನಗೆ ಅದು
That
ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
you can see
ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ
on
ಇದೆ
the
ನೋಡಿ,
right hand bottom,
ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ.
more, M-O-R-E, more, right hand bottom on your screen. Click on that.
There is no more. Okay.
More, click on that, and then it
More
will
is-
give you record on this computer.
Security button, chat, share screen, record. Okay.
Click on that, and it
Record.
will ask you on your computer. Yes, on your computer.
Yes, sir. Recording.
Okay. So let's sit in silence. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Deepika madam, for joining.
Good evening,
this
everybody.
webinar. Yeah, good evening.
Welcome, Deepika.
Good
Thank
evening,
you
sir.
very
All the best.
Yeah, thank you, Deepika. Thank
Great to
you.
you.
Okay, thank you very much. So not taking much time, let's proceed. So thank you all for joining this Mindset Club for Success platform, where you have come to listen to one of a great personality today. But before I really go ahead and introduce Narendra sir, I would just like to speak just 2 lines about Mindset Club for Success. Since a couple of people watching this later on YouTube, they would know about Mindset Club for Success. So Mindset Club for Success I just formed around 4 months back, where I thought, why not have the story from each people who can come ahead and start speaking about their story on this platform. Because every person has a story, whoever it might be. People might know us with, with certain skills, but the thing is, when we really want to speak from our heart, much of the people, they don't get that platform to, come ahead and speak. So I thought, let's go ahead and create a free platform for all my colleagues and friends who can come in and speak. And this happens every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So anybody can join this program, and even anybody want to speak, they can send me an email at mindsetcoach2020@gmail.com, and we will arrange a schedule for that. So next week also we have a great speaker. I would be announcing it at the end. So today we have a great gentleman, Mr. D. Narendra Naik, who will be speaking today. He is an Indian Navy ex-sailor, and he has been with the Indian Navy for 10 years. He dedicated his life for this mission from 1969 to 1979. He is a counselor and also a life coach, which you can really understand if you go to Facebook and Insta. You can go to his profile, and you'll be able to see many short videos by which he asks questions to people and make them start thinking as to about positivity, about various other things. I would say he's a real example for people saying, I cannot make videos, I don't like making videos and everything. The impact what one video makes, you might do 100 speeches, but that one video, that one the one thing which when you speak in front of the camera, it's just like you're speaking to your audience. So that creates a great impact, which Narendra sir is already creating in this world. Few people also, a couple of my friends do ask me, who is this Narendra Naik? And I said, he's our leader. He's one of our leader, and he's a life coach. I keep taking many guidance from him and Raja sir. People just comment on the message, in the Insta message to me directly. So I said, yes, I know him personally and everything. Yes. So you are coming in the radar, Narendra Naik sir. So don't be that
Thank you.
people are not responding you or anything like that. No. People will respond to you. People will start knowing you, already started knowing you, I would say. So the time would come when people would really need your guidance and, the margdarshan, what people, which people they say, which is really required at this particular time. And the most important thing is that you work for the Indian Navy, a person with a lot of discipline, I would feel, and I have a lot of respect for this great gentleman. When he said in his speech that there was a submarine below a ship, just 3 days back, I was watching in Amazon Prime, The Last Ship. There is an episode called The Last Ship. Please watch it, Narendra Naik sir. It is
Yeah.
totally to US Navy, totally about US Navy, about their mission, which they have called the ship called Nathan James. So how they fight the mission and everything, it's amazing. I just watched, the moment the US Navy it came, I just remembered you. And I really watched the episode, and it is episode by episode, I think 6-7 hours, one after the other. It's really nice, very amazing. So not taking much time between you and the audience, so let me go ahead and welcome you to this dais, to this platform, virtual platform. So over to you, Narendra Naik sir. So you can speak anything, nobody disturb you, anything. If there is any questions, I would request everybody to please make a note of it so that we don't disturb his flow. And we will have a question and answer session from 6:30 onwards, because Narendra Naik sir, he is doing one program from Mr. Arun Subramaniam. So he need to join that platform by 7 o'clock. So we will try to wind up this platform by at least 6:50 or latest by 6:55 p.m. Okay. Over to you, Narendra Naik sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Pradeep. You're always generous in appreciating me. Thank you very much. Good evening, friends. Thanks for sparing your Sunday evening for me. I am blessed. So before I start anything, normally in meetings and other things, people request, so can you mute everybody, Pradeep? Yeah.
Yeah, surely. I think it's
Yeah.
muted almost. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Normally in big meetings, when it starts, people request, please switch off your mobile. I don't say that you switch off your mobile, because mobile is very much needed for today's life. But I will ask you to switch off one thing. That is the FM radio that is playing in your mind. Always, 24/7 it is playing. So I request you to kindly switch off, because I am going to play the beautiful music which you can record and listen whenever you want. So I'm going to present that music. So put your mind open to what I'm speaking. So I'll be transmitting a beautiful program today. It will be all in the benefit of people. So after long deliberation, I have just tried my level best to plan a workshop, which I have named it as U-turn. U-turn, going back, that U-turn, which is mentioned in the traffic signals. Why it is called U-turn? Suppose we are going in a road, we are moving in a highway. We had to take turn somewhere. We didn't take. So by mistake, we have crossed that. Then we realize, seeing the board and hoardings, so then we will realize that we have already crossed that junction. So what we'll do? We'll look for somewhere where there is a U-turn. We take a U-turn, come back to the spot where we missed that turning, and take the turning and go. I hope that is the obvious thing for us to do. I hope you all will agree. This U-turn is like that. So before I go ahead with that U-turn, first of all, we have to find out whether we are in a wrong path, whether we have crossed that point. Are we heading towards something where we don't want to go? Then only we will be taking the U-turn, is it not? It's obvious. First, then let us see whether we have missed the turning or not. To say that, I will share the screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. We can see, and it's already in, yeah, expanded. Thank you. You can go ahead, sir.
One minute. Either show. So, this side of the- Is it okay? You all can see the screen? Fine, sir. So this is a U-turn. We are going to return to our point of turning point. So that is the idea. Now to check whether we are at we have missed the road or not. I got few questions to ask and demonstrate something to you, which will give you a picture whether you need a U-turn or not. Let's analyze where we are and whether we have missed the way or not. What you can say in this picture, because only few people are there, you all can respond with voice by unmuting yourself, you can interact with me, and without wasting much time, we will
Sunrise.
go full speed ahead.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise, sunset.
Sunset.
Those who, yes, sir. Those who have habit of getting up early will see the sunrise. Others will see the sunset. Am I right? Yeah, it is like that.
Yeah.
So it is sunrise near my apartment. Early morning when I was walking, I saw the beautiful scenery and I took the photo because I love sunrise, both. Because I have seen the best of sunrise and sunset in open sea. Open sea, when you see the sunrise or sunset, you will get, something happening to you. That much attractive scene it is in an open sea. Sir?
Kanyakumari,
Yeah.
Kanyakumari.
Kanyakumari, at least you will be standing in the shore and seeing, but you be in the open sea, all the four sides you are covered with water, and in one direction you are seeing the sun going down or sun coming up. That is a beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
And if we are moving in a ship, you will see the orange sari, and your ship's shadow will be a black border like. Can you imagine an orange sari with a black border? That type of beauty will be there in that. So now whatever it is, sunrise or sunset, I want to ask you one question. Does the sun really rise? Does the sun really set?
Sun is, it's a planet in a single place. Only the Earth rotates around the sun.
Exactly.
24 hours, 1
Earth
week,
rotates on
and
it.
then 1
Earth-
year.
Yeah, Earth rotates on its axis. Thereby, sun sometime it is visible, sometime it is not. Is it not?
Yes.
We think that the sun rises in the east, sun sets in the west. Sun never rises, sun never sets. So this is wrong. We are seeing, is it not? We are at wrong place. We are thinking wrong. So that is one thing. That is seeing. We are seeing something and which is not correct. That's one thing. Now, I want to tell you a story. It is about an accident. Father and son, they just left Bangalore. They are going nearby place. You can imagine anywhere, your favorite place. So they are going on the NH4. They are at a toll. They are not even, they are moving. They just crossed the toll and they were, I think it is about 10, 15 kilometer speed they were moving. Father was driving the car. They were going for a business negotiation and they were all excited. So suddenly, from nowhere, from the opposite direction, a big vehicle hit the median, jumped, came in the air and landed on their car. Landed on their car and the father was spot dead. He died on the spot. But the son who was sitting next to him, he was very badly damaged, very badly injured. People came somehow, they took him out and immediately they called for ambulance. All the necessary things did and they brought him to the hospital, which is that near Malleshwaram, near the Malleshwaram Circle, there is a hospital. So they brought him to that hospital. And as he was very badly injured, people who carried him, they started shouting, "Doctor, doctor, doctor." So they put him on the table. Doctor came running, saw the patient and said, "Oh, my son," and collapsed, fainted. Now one question. What is the relationship between the doctor and the patient? Any answer, please?
Maybe the doctor
Were the father and
knows.
son?
Yeah?
Maybe the doctor
Were they
knows.
father and son, or
the boy.
they not related or unrelated?
It was mother. Doctor was mother.
Thank you, Rajan.
Oh, doctor was.
Wow.
Thank you, Rajan. Thank you, Rajan. You shouldn't have told. I should have asked you to keep it with you and tell me when I asked. So whatever. Okay. It is very few people, when it was asked to me in a training class, my God, what all imagination we had. Even went up to telling that mother had another connection, so it was the father. So people think differently. So what we hear, we may not be thinking correct. So this question, very few people have answered this. Congratulations, Rajan. You answered it correct. It was mother. When we say doctor, we imagine a figure. We imagine a personality wearing a white coat, wearing a glass and without mustache or white in color, handsome guy. Doctor means that. That is in our brain. So normally we think that. So what we hear is, what we see is not correct. What we hear is not correct. Now next, we'll see one more thing. You are seeing a picture here, that's correct? Can you see fully? Can you see fully? Yeah, okay. Now I want you to try, take a pen and a paper, try to draw this figure without lifting the pen from the paper. Once you start. 30 seconds. Time up.
I couldn't.
Okay, time up. So if anybody has done, please say. Otherwise, I proceed ahead. This is the drawing which you cannot which you cannot complete as long as you are thinking in that problem. Now let us see the solution. What is the solution? This is the solution. They say thinking out of box. So when you come to that junction, just go out, come back and another this one and draw that line. That one line will be missing. So that line you can complete by doing this. See, what I want to drive you all is seeing, hearing, thinking, and most of the time we are mechanically moving in our life, whether we don't know correct or not, right or not. So now we're talking, once we know that we are in a mess, so we will find out whatever is happening. From where we missed this road, from where we are. So let us go back from in our journey, from where we started our journey. So where we started our journey actually, we started our journey from our birth. You agree? Now, from birth, from where, okay, your birth means just after birth, it started, you will say, but I will say it started before that. Our journey started the moment we were conceived in our mother's womb. And even much before that, there was a purpose for our creation. Everything was planned then only, and the conception happened and we started growing in our mother's womb. There is a normal theory. What is the theory we normally think is we get married, we have a physical relation with the wife, and one blissful moment, one sperm will hit the egg and blah, blah, blah things happen and we were born. But let us see whether it is correct or not. Latest in one of the Deepak Chopra's lecture I heard, he said two physical particles cannot produce the third particle. Quantum physics, researchers have done a research and they have come to a conclusion. It is not the sperm and egg meeting. There is some divine intervention which happened, and that's the reason we are all born. Not divine intervention, so powerful. And we started growing in mother's womb. Mother, even mother, she didn't have any hand in growing the child in this womb, is it not? It is divine. 9 months, 9 days, not more or not less. Maybe less sometimes, 7th month and all some exceptional cases, but normal it is 9 months, 9 days. Everything happens automatically. Everything happens automatically. What has to happen in first month, week by week, if you see the growth of a baby in a mother's womb, it is amazing, amazing. I had a chance of seeing the 6th month, 7th month baby when my grandchild was to be born. So my daughter-in-law used to go for scanning. Once I had an opportunity to go and see the scanning, this one on the computer. What an amazing thing it is. And my son was telling when he saw the first 6th week scanning report, that was still amazing. One dot, very, very microscopic dot. It was enlarged 400 times and it was a dot. Just imagine what will be the size of the dot originally. From that dot to baby, it happened in 9 months. Everything happened automatically. And once that baby, see from where that dot came, for that, there is a beautiful statement. From where did we come? Where did we come into the mother's womb? We came from nowhere. We came from nowhere and landed now here. And where we go after our life? Again, nowhere. Where we go, we don't know. From journey, from nowhere to now here, again to nowhere. That journey started then. Then when we were born, as soon as they born, till we are born, we came out of mother's womb. Everything was, prayed God that safe delivery should happen. Child should be okay, mother should be okay. We pray God. And once the baby comes out safely, then we say, okay, thank you, God. From here, we will take over. And our journey starts. According to me, it is my feeling, according to me, our journey in the wrong direction started from the day one. From that day, we started moving. First influence was parents, second influence, siblings, then the family members. Then after some time, we land in school. Next, this is the illustration. That is the point, that is the turning point where we missed just after our birth. Okay, now what happened? Then we went to school. Outside influences started happening. There is a saying, originally when we are born, we are genius. Our process of bringing up de-genius us. What a tragedy it is it not? Slowly, we drifted. And maybe as a child, when we came out, we had a consultation with the Creator, why we are here, our purpose, everything was known to us, but we were helpless and we were depending on somebody for our survival, and it started drifting. So it started moving in a wrong direction. Now we are born. Let us see how unique we are. As far as the God's creation, how unique we are. Sometimes we take it for granted. We live everyday life mechanically. We take everything for granted and never realize how things are happening. What are the unique things we have? First, let us take brain. Human brain. What a miraculous. They said it is a supercomputer. It is a supercomputer. What human brain cannot do? You just tell me. Whatever it decides, it can do. We can go detail talking about each organ of ours for hours. But time constraint, so I will move past. Then our heart. See the heart. From the day one, it starts operating, and it operates till the last breath of ours, pumping blood, keeping us alive, energized. Take the question of lungs and our body. Whatever we eat, we convert it into human being. Is it not a miracle? Normally we eat food. I came across this statement very recently. That's why it shocked me, and I thought I will tell you. We eat food, digest it, get energy, everything normally happening. We take it for granted. But just think, you eat a plantain. The plantain is processed in your body. It becomes blood and it becomes part of your being. All food, what you eat, it happens same thing. See, they are so unique. But where we are heading, we'll see. Now, we have come to this earth. Let me tell you one small thing which I thought came across my mind in November, and I completed 70 years. My 70th birthday it was. Suddenly, when everybody was wishing, and suddenly I remembered, thought came to my mind, I am 70-year-old. They say 60 regular years are there. After 60, you will start living the second innings of your life, and everything. So everybody was congratulating me for completing 70 years. And then one thought came to my mind. I am 70-year-old. How old is the earth on which I am living? So then I thought I will explore and find out. So I went to my Google friend and investigated. I just wanted to know about the whole universe, how old it is, and I came again. If I talk about whole universe, it is very, very huge subject, which will take hours to explain. You all know how big is it. But one thing I can generally say is Milky Way is a universe where all the planets are going around sun, and this is the planetary system galaxy we have. And how big is this galaxy? This galaxy is 1 lakh light year distance, lengthwise, it is 1 lakh light year. Then I thought, wow, what is light year? What is light year? I was thinking, and it is 9.461 into 10 to the power of 12. Then what is the kilometer? Like, I wanted to understand by kilometer. I don't understand this mathematical formulas and all. Then I investigated further, and it came to my notice that it is 9.5 trillion kilometer. 9.5 trillion kilometer length. Okay, this is the galaxy. Oh my God. Then length of the Milky Way, how much it is? Then it said 100,000 light years. 100,000 light years. Convert it, I don't know how to express that figure. It is 1 followed by 15 zeros. 1 followed by 15 zeros. I am very poor in mathematics, so please forgive me. I cannot express what the figure is. So this is the galaxy. But that's a galaxy, so big. And when you compare, when you see that galaxy in the universe, it is a dot. It is one dot. Universe is one, this galaxy is one dot. And how many galaxies are there in the universe? It is some 4 trillion galaxies are there, similar to our galaxy. Then how big is the universe? You go on thinking, you will go mad. So I thought I will stop there. I will go on Earth. How old is the Earth? Where I am living. So it is 4.54 billion year old. 4.54 billion is if I have to say in Indian calculation, that is 454 crore years. Then I was wondering where this, all these yugas, well, let us take only Earth. when the whole galaxy is so small, how small will be Earth? Earth is invisible in that galaxy, in that universe. Earth is nowhere, not even a dot. You can't see them. I was sitting in a planetarium. Suddenly they shown the universe and asked us, where do you see your galaxy? And everybody was looking at where. And suddenly that arrow straight into the corner of the roof. And they told, this is the galaxy, Milky Way. And they shown only small dot there. So then you calculate the Earth's size. This is 454 crore year old Earth. And what record we have is, as far as I know, let us see. We have, according to our history and other things, what we see, we call it Yuga, one Yuga. We have crossed 4 Yugas. First was the Satya Yuga, second was Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kali Yuga. Satya Yuga, when we say, we remember only one story of Prahalada, Hiranyakashipu, Narsimha Avatar. That happened in Satyuga. That's the only story we remember. Rest of the 17,28,000 years, Satyuga. What happened, we don't know. Don't ask me also. I too don't know. So next is Treta Yuga, where Ramayana happened, Treta Yuga. That is 12,96,000 years. Then Dwapara Yuga, that is 8,64,000 years. So gradually it is coming down. So then Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga started about 5,000 years back. So it is 4,32,000 years, out of which we have crossed 5,000 years. So again, 4,27,000 years still remaining. So we are in the Kali Yuga. Now, after adding all these yugas, we get an amount of 43,28,000 years out of 454 crore years. Earth existed before also. So even human life started some 200 million year, 200,000 years or something, human life started. So let us not go again, drift into another wrong way. So this is only to say how unique we are living. So next, what conclusion we have to see is, I want to bring your attention, after all these details, knowing details, what I want to ask you is, whatever the developments we are seeing today, these developments have happened in last 150, approximately, or most of it, 200 years. What we have seen in these 200 years? Electricity was invented, locomotive was invented, every invention, every scientific innovations, research, everything has happened in this 200 years. And if we see, even if you ask me, last 70 years, if I see, my life, if I see, I have seen a village without electricity, but villages without road, mud roads. From those kerosene lamp to LED bulbs, we have seen that was happening. And locomotive, we had never seen bike or scooter earlier. Scooters came, bikes came, automobile came, locomotive came, aeroplane happened, spacecraft happened. We landed on the moon, and we are trying to land on Mars now. So many innovations, so many comforts increased, life changed. Now it is further, greatest things happened when computers came, and mobile phones came. One of my counseling guru, a madam, her name is Pankaja, madam. She is about 85-year-old. She is heading a counseling organization called Prasanna Counseling Center. She started it and running it from last 42 years. Not even missing one day. She speaks, 6 o'clock she comes, 6 to 9 she will be speaking. Hearing, all free consultation. I did a counselor course there, and I used to go and sit with her and other senior counselors and learned counseling for 1 year. There she used to ask when people come with lot of problems and those things, she used to tell, we were so happy when nothing was there. You have everything. What is wrong with you? Why you are not happy? We didn't have phone, we didn't have radio, we didn't have anything. We used to mix with people, talk, play, and we used to spend time. With all these innovations happening, with all these facilities, why we are not happy? Whatever you want to achieve, you have achieved it, but still you are not happy. Still there is some gap. I hope you all will agree with me.
Yes, sir.
That is the thing which encouraged me to find out what is the root cause of it. Then I came to know that we haven't understood ourselves better. That is the reason when I completed the training, the first thought came to my mind was to do it, not train. First I thought a training program. Now I am thinking to create a workshop where we can explore and we can teach people how they can make their life happy. On that note, I started doing. Then suddenly a thought came to my mind. We have to take a U-turn. The direction we are heading itself is wrong. This is an illusion world. Everything looks so natural, but it is not true. Then what is true? Then I suddenly, I don't know what happened to me. One early morning it happened. Then suddenly I thought, all this 69th year, it was 68th year. All these 68 years I have been running here and there, looking for success, looking for earning money, looking for it. Oh my God, and all this is wrong. Illusion. I was running behind a mirage. Then this thought, taking a U-turn, came to my mind. Where I want to create something, a workshop where I can call people and teach them or express my views to them that may change their life. With that thinking in mind, I actually started, and this is the first introductory webinar I am doing. Now you must have, at least you must have seen with all the things we have seen so far, that we are moving in a wrong direction. Do you feel that we have to turn back in our thinking? Not physically, we cannot go back to our mother's womb, of course. But can we think and find out, yes, we have missed, and where we can make the correction? We have missed the correct connection with the Creator. How to maintain that creation. That all I want to discuss in my workshop. Basically, if you to stress my point, I will ask one question to everybody. The day we were born, what were we inside our mother's womb, when we started happening, it was called fetus, I think. Then after birth, we came out, and what were we called? What we were called?
Child.
Anybody?
Child,
Huh?
baby. Mhm.
Baby.
Called as child.
It is a baby. Tomorrow, one day or the other, we will die. After our death, what they will call us?
Body.
Dead body.
Our journey from baby to body. And in between, this name has come. Narendra has come. Pradeep has come. Rajan has come. From baby to body, we are moving. Okay. This journey period, yes, we have to stay in this illusory world. I agree. We cannot escape. We have to be there only. But how to have a connection with the Creator and the purpose of our life, which is just only one thing, to love the fellow human being, to assist fellow human being. That is our purpose. If that is our purpose, understanding the fellow human being, it becomes the main task of our life, no? Rest everything, as far as I believe strongly today, while talking to you, I will say, the moment we were conceived in our mother's womb, our whole life has been designed and done. It is done. We are finding, we don't know, but that's why we are struggling here. Once we know that we have got a purpose and we will be driven to that, this one automatically. When mango tree has to give flower and fruit, everything is scheduled properly. Same way our life is also scheduled already. How I look when I'm 10-year-old, how I will look when I'm 50-year-old, how I will look at 80-year-old, how long I will, when I will die, whom I will meet. Even this meeting that is happening even here, it is scheduled. The day I was born.
Yes.
You will not meet anybody unnecessarily. You'll meet everybody with a purpose. If everything is happening as per the schedule, where is the tension? There is no tension at all. Once you realize, once you have faith, when it comes to faith, I want to tell you a small story. I hope I can tell you that story. A famous priest, a Gnani, he was living by the riverside, having a small ashram. He used to pray and meet people, listen to their problems and give advice as per the scriptures and the Gnan he has got, he used to advise and make their life. From the other side of the river, small river used to flow behind the ashram. So other side of the river, there was a maid servant who used to come from the other side and serve him by cleaning the ashram and doing all the daily works. Once it's rained heavily, the river rose and she couldn't cross and come. So next day when she came, that the priest asked in Kannada also, why you didn't come yesterday? Just casually, jokingly he asked. He knew that it was raining. So she said, it rained so heavily, the river was flowing full, so I couldn't cross and come. Jokingly what he said, what you are telling, if you take the God's name, he will help you to cross this samsara sagara. He will help you to, can you not cross this river? He only said that. That went like a thunderbolt in her mind. She thought, oh, Gnani is telling, I must do. After a few days, again it rained heavily. The maid came for work. This priest was very much shocked. Then he asked, today it rained. How did you come? Then she said, as you said, sir, I prayed God and said, you help people to cross the samsara sagra. You help me to cross this river so that I will earn my bread. So I just walked and came. He was shocked. He told, come on, let us see how it happened. And while going, I too want to see. He raised his dhoti up and went and tried and fell into the river. What is the moral of this story is innocent faith. It was, but he was preaching so many good things and he was preaching the right ways of life, everything. But he didn't have faith in God. So we say we love God, but we don't have faith in God. So with that, I will again share the screen, please. Give me a minute.
Narendra sir, it is around 6:29 right now. Okay.
Yeah, I will be coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Concluding part, this is what I wanted to convey. I leave you with a big question for you to answer. Is there any other option than to take a U-turn and go? Is it worth to have you turn and seek Creator's guidance to be happy? U-turn, whether you turn or not, you are going to turn one day. That is for sure. We have drifted from the Creator. We'll go back to Creator. Somebody, it happens 10 years before, or it may happen 10 minutes before. We are going back to the place from where we have come. I want to thank you all for giving this valuable Sunday evening to me. God bless you all. Namaste. I hope your 1 hour you have spent with me is very productive and I am able to put some value into this presentation to you. And I take this opportunity again to thank Pradeep for always supporting me by giving this platform from where I feel very homely to talk to you, my friends. This is the next. I want to create a detailed workshop, which will be for 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, like, and which tentatively it may happen during the first week after Ugadi, whatever weekend comes, that I'm scheduling to have that workshop. That will be my launching pad to go as a life coach and counselor. With a lot of, I am putting my all heart and soul into that workshop. So this is the introductory. I thought let people understand that we need to change the direction and go back and take a U-turn. This is my attempt to create. I request you all to give your feedback wholeheartedly, whatever you felt, whatever you have got to say. I want to have your feedback. My email ID, everything is there in my YouTube and this Instagram and Facebook. Please share with me. I will be looking forward to your advice, your support. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you, Pradeep.
Thank you.
for
Thank you,
giving me.
Narendra sir. Absolutely a great, amazing presentation where you gave us a glimpse as to what you are really thinking about it. You took us to the ancient yugas, the 4 yugas, Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga. And, you really gave the figures, the facts and figures and everything. Even though I might not be knowing that much, but still it's really a very, nice way to know that you need to get into your inner self, because you took us to the depth of what do you call, right from that, the embryo, the formation and everything, from birth, coming out from the mother's womb, and then playing our role here, and then even up to the death. I could visualize what would happen after death. People say so many things. So you took us into that glance also. It's really a nice, I hope it will be a very nice, journey when you really create that. When you said 2 days program, amazing. I think people would be totally transformed. It will just like putting in a bhatti, in Mumbai when we were there, we used to eat kadak pav and naram pav. So when we used to go, when the moment we used to approach that bakery, just inside the counter, we could feel that heat. So I can feel that heat, that people are getting into that, the place, coming to Mr. Narendra Naik sir's program, and coming out they would be a totally transformed, divine or spiritual being, getting into that. So where some people say that, no, you need to go to jungle and you need to do the tapasya or go to Himalayas. I don't think so. Even being here, I have seen couple of people, uh, working with corporate and all that thing, and leading a spiritual lifestyle. So that is, I think, need of the hour as of right now. So before we conclude, I want everybody to go ahead and ask a couple of questions and give some suggestions to Narendra Naik sir from your heart. Maybe it might help him to design his things, because in training we always say feedback is a must. If you don't get feedback, if you don't change yourself, it's nothing. So please go ahead, please. Thank you.
Yeah, Narendra Naik sir, yesterday in my YouTube, this thing, our Facebook, based on this only, this chapter, I had written this one: desire, anger, lust, and greed are the root cause of all the challenges and misfortunes we encounter in life. Just by controlling these traits will lead to a peaceful and fulfilling life of success and happiness. That I have written yesterday. As a coincidence, today you are speaking about the same, almost the same chapter.
Yes, sir.
It was a coincidence.
Thank you, sir.
It was
Sir,
actually.
I have observed we both think in the same frequency. We
Yes.
both think in the same line. I do.
Thank you.
Sir,
Yes, Rajan sir. Yes, Rajan sir.
what Mr. Raja said, no, one sentence I read somewhere, it is said that one should understand where he should stop, rather than, going ahead continuously. So
Exactly. Yes.
I realized the entire session, what you continued, you completed. The conclusion, what I felt, it is similar to that of my thought, that what I did when I look back, I did many things, but it was like, in competition to survive or to grow. Maybe materialistically,
Yeah.
even when it comes to relationships, again, many times we accept the things just like that, although we don't like it, because we want to maintain that relationship. So we are not true to ourselves. Sometimes we, let go things just like that, although we are true or we are right. So when I saw this presentation, I felt that it is true spiritual way actually to be truthful to yourself in expressing yourself all the time. And I think it is a right time. Maybe those people who are 50 and above, or right age is 50, when we start actually reflecting back, and we start thinking in that way, that what I have done nothing. The way I lived, whether that life or the entire, time I spent the way I want it or not, I lived for somebody else. I didn't live for myself.
Exactly.
So I realized this from this workshop, and I feel that yes, all of the people who will join this workshop will really understand the way, and definitely it is said that the life starts after 50. So I think people will lead life
Yeah,
more meaningfully. Whatever life, we don't know how much it is, but we need
exactly.
to live that life at the fullest. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Ajahn sir. Yes, you rightly said, because that one moment uh, comes in everybody's life, whether it is even somebody, it may come after, mostly after 50, 60, it comes. Uh, One particular thing, either it happens in happiness or sorrow, or when you're completely down, when you lost everything, when you failed, when you succeeded. In one that have jerk of a moment, you will realize
Reflection
that
point. Reflection
there is,
point.
yeah, reflection point. That point, when it happens, really, that is the turning point. That is the turning point. That happens to everybody. It happens to different people in different
Age groups.
stages.
Yeah.
Everybody is destined to have that particular deja vu moment. That moment will come, but when it comes, we have to wait. We have to wait for that. Till the time, what you said, we live for others, family, that thing, happiness. See, if we start from childhood, we'll think that by growing we'll be happy. After going, we'll think my father is not giving money. I will earn and I will be happy. I will marry and I will be happy. I will have children and I will be happy. Until when the deathbed also, was I happy? I don't know. So
True.
that has become a normal life. Is it the life we have to live? That question comes when you get that moment. That moment,
Narendra
if
sir,
we
can I
take,
just answer a small thing?
yeah,
Rajan, when we are children, what happens? We are always into the sacrifice mode. We don't self-love because first we want to be as a child, we want to be good to the parents. We
that's
want to be
what,
a good son, a good daughter,
yeah,
something. After you get married, you want to be a good husband.
yeah.
After you get children, you want to be. So you are only in the sacrifice mode. You are only giving, giving, giving. You are not
Why?
even
Because,
understanding. I am
why,
more important than other thing, man.
Raj,
I am
Raj,
self-love. Self-love is more important. I'm not loving myself, man. I am trying to love
Raj,
others and I'm expecting love from others. Okay,
Rajesh
Rajan should
sir,
appreciate me. Pradeep should
Ra-
appreciate me. And Anandreba Nayak should I should appreciate myself. I am
that
great
Rajesh
in
sir,
myself. Why should I ask
I,
anybody, man? I am begging. Why should I beg? Rajan, please help me, man. But Rajan, please appreciate me, man. Rajan, please take me to the next level, man. Why?
altogether,
I've got the power.
altogether
You
it is,
can't be. It is there.
altogether,
It is implied. We are born with that quality. We don't realize.
correct.
And why we realize at the later stage is because we get completely saturated by all these things. We don't get loved by our parents. We don't get loved by our children. We don't get loved by our spouses. They keep on complaining. At a particular stage, we come to know. Then that moment comes wherein we realize this is all only Maya. This is all only what we have been influenced unnecessarily by our Hindu culture, wherein we have been that U-turn. We have been
We
confused
have,
by these people.
we
When
have
we start
lived like that.
realizing this is my self-love, I should love first. When I love myself, I don't have to beg anybody. Okay, you love me, okay. If you don't love me, no problem, man. I love myself, man. I am love myself.
Right,
I
right,
am
right.
the best of myself. I don't need your love. I am not begging to you for love.
Now,
So what
That
Raja sir is
moment
trying to
comes.
tell
Yes,
is
sir.
that first start loving yourself. Until and
first,
unless you
Yeah.
love yourself, you will not be able to, give the true love, I mean to say in a spiritual way, true love to others, true respect to others. Today, love and respect is becoming, only bodily and materialistic. You have money, you have Mercedes, people will respect you. People will give you all the things.
Mm.
You are poor, people will not respect you. And a lot of experiments has been done, people are the CEO of a huge Chinese or this multinational brands, like bigger brands, and they dress as a beggar or something like that. People treat you how they treat you. They won't let you to the even to the restaurant. Even the security guard over there, he will say, no, you cannot go because you're dressed up in such a way. Absolutely. I totally agree to that, sir. Thank you very much for making us realize. Maybe Narendra Naik, sir, you can add this point of one as self-love. And I think you should
Self-love.
add. Otherwise, Sai Raja, sir, will fight over there.
Yeah, no. He didn't allow me to speak.
Yes.
So, see, what I say is, if you really understand who you are,
Absolutely.
then these questions will not come. That is my this one. You understand first of all who you are. Then this sun, everything. Do we think that we are the responsible for our children? They are only through us.
Yeah.
They come with their destiny. They come with their life.
They are just
They are
a
only
result.
through you, that they are not by us. So these all things, it is a further again, deeper we go into spiritual thing. One more thing I want to say, people say when he is talking spiritual. So one more, this is my patent slogan. You are not a human being with a spiritual experience. You are a spiritual being having this human experience for a short period. We saw
Absolutely,
43 lakh years and all. We come here for 70, 80, 90 years.
Correct.
We are temporary guest here. But our spirituals, our spirit, it has got no death. That baby and body, that is the permanent thing. No? That soul which is there, that is permanent thing. It has got no death. So we come here for a short period. That's all. That is the one more slogan. My patent slogan is, this slogan came to me when I got, suddenly got a shocking feeling one day. That is, you change the way you look at things. Anything, any problem, any difficulty or whatever it is, you change the way you look at that thing. That thing will change. That thing itself will change. This I have experienced it and I'm following it and I am enjoying it. Shivkumar sir, you want to say?
Yeah. Anyway,
Welcome,
it's
sir.
quite good evening to all of you. It was quite interesting to listen to Mr. Narendra Naik. See, there are 2-3 points which from my experience, I want to share it, because most, except probably Pradeep and probably the other person I don't know. There are 8 of us, so I don't know the other person. All this generation of ours, we call it as sandwich generation. Why we are called a sandwich generation is because we had a commitment with our own people, our parents, and also our commitment for our children. So we were the only generation, if you ask me, we were to take care of both this side and this side. That's why our generation is called the sandwich generation. Now today, if you see, Mr. Naik, the scenario here, many parents are not having their children. They are staying in old age homes and other places. So when this is the real situation, if you're planning to do this kind of workshop, only from the marketing side, I want to tell you, please make sure that you are able to get the target audience who will be able to have the energy, the strength, the stamina to go through this, because already they are having a lot of disillusions. If you're going to be giving this kind of talk, fully I agree. Mark Twain gave this quote: there are 2 days important for you. One is the day of your birth, and the other day is when you realize the purpose for which you are born. So that's what Mark Twain gave. So what I'm saying is, please make sure, today people are so much involved with their own worries, their own problems, because on one side their children are not there, they are not having this thing, whatever that they have gone through. So a program like this requires a set of people who will have very calm and peaceful mind to come and sit and listen to yours. Because if my thoughts are going to be outside and I'm going to be physically only present with you, whatever you said, I feel that it's a very good effort by you, but not reaching or serving the purpose for which you're doing. So please, I don't want you to fix a date now itself. Think about it. Who are you going to be? I want you to market this properly so that it starts developing and you get more and more people. So you should know who are the people who will be willing to come and attend your program. Through them, you should be able to get the others who will also be coming in future when you want to start this, being a life coach and a person who will be able to counsel people. So my only
Thank
thing
you,
is
sir.
I have
Thank
nothing to say about your presentation. What you did, you must have done a lot of work before you came forward to do this. But when you're planning something big, make sure that you are planned your promotion, your target audience, all these are very, very important. Otherwise, I don't want you to feel why not many people are coming. The reality I want you to understand and plan accordingly. That's my humble request to you. Otherwise, I think your program will be good if you're able to reach the target audience. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable advice. Valuable advice. I will just do that, sir. I'll just do it.
Absolutely. Since he is a master in marketing, I say Dr. Shiv Kumar, yeah, he gave a right advice as to we need to
Yes.
look end in the mind as to who would be your target audience, the final people. Maybe are they maybe retired people or are they above 50 or whatever it is, you know, whomever you're trying to target. Maybe you might have to launch a small piece of like this, maybe in various platforms or something like that. So you will really come to know who is really attract. Now I come to know about your program. Maybe I'll also start promoting or start putting few things in Facebook here and there or something. But what Dr. Shiv Kumar says is absolutely right. You need to know the
Absolutely
target
right.
audience.
Absolutely right. I
Yeah.
know how much he supports the new generation of
Oh, no,
television.
actually, he is right. Actually, what actually happens,
He has got a lot of
see, but this
experience,
pandemic has completely changed the scene. Yeah, no, Nayak, so I agree with him because this was there before pandemic. After pandemic, people have started realizing there is something beyond our capacities. Our millennials were thinking because they were getting 80,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh salary. Okay, now they're not under job loss. The complete scenario has completely changed. Pandemic has made a great mindset difference now. So you can bet on that. I agree. Before pandemic, the scenario was different. Today, people have started realizing there is God today. That you can bet on it. You can say that, and it will definitely be workable because today people have started realizing that. Today it
No,
is
no,
not the same thing.
as Shivkumar sir has advised, targeting the audience and bringing something into this presentation which will give courage and what I should say, support to people who are depressed or something like that. That I will try to do it because I got still 1.5 months more, nearly 2 months more. I will do it. I will do it, Mr. Shivkumar sir. I will take your advice. I will come back to you if I need
I think
anything.
let's not waste more time actually because sir has to he has to attend another program. Just 2-3 minutes. Anybody has any other questions for Narendra sir? बलदेव जी आपको कुछ पूछना है सर से?
नहीं, just I don't want to ask. I want to add on. This is a nice subject actually, and it's a very deep subject, and so many said about it. Kabir Sahib said once in Hindi actually, and then the Khichdi language, what you say. केहू समझाऊं ये जग अंधा सबको लागा पेट का धंधा केहू समझाऊं ये जग अंधा सबको लागा पेट का धंधा यानी कि whole world is in illusion and they want only stuff his body and it's all connected things. Nobody want to go in the inside who I am coming from where and where I have to go. All this is earlier I said this is the Bharat Varsha. This is the Gyan which is we have to know. This is the ultimate Gyan, which is the Brahma Gyan, which is mentioned in Gita also, which is mentioned in Ashtavakra Gita also, which is mentioned in so many spiritual books. But you cannot take from the books. You can only analyze from the books. You cannot take from the book. तो वहां पर एक और बात उन्होंने कही कि चलती चाकी देखकर दिया कबीरा रोए दो पाटन के बीच में साबुत बचाना कोई यानी कि दो पार्ट दिन और रात चक्की चल रही है कि इसके बीच में साबुत कोई नहीं बच रहा दूसरा श्लोक उनका आया कि दो चलती चाकी देखकर दिया कबीरा रोए दो पाटन के बीच में बचा वो जो कीली संग हो, वो दाना जो कीली के संग रह जाता है। हम चक्की पीसते हैं, चक्की के बीच में कीली होती है, धुरी होती है, धुरी के चारों ओर ऐसे चक्की घूमती है, तो वो जो कीली के साथ दाना रह जाता है वो बच जाता है, बाकी सब पिस जाते हैं। So it's a lot of deep thinking. It's very good subject, but नरेंद्र जी, how it would it's depend on him, किस तरीके से उसको बाहर लेके आएंगे। It's really good subject. People want to know. But I'm congratulations to Rick. He has that dare to take out this subject. It's very complicated, no doubt. But उन्होंने हिम्मत की और इस बात को आगे लेके आने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि संसार को, वर्ल्ड के दूसरों को ये पता लगे कि इसको, ये भी एक सब्जेक्ट है, और दिस इज द रियल सब्जेक्ट विच आई मीन, मेरे सोच के हिसाब से रियल सब्जेक्ट है, और इसकी कोई एज नहीं है। as early as you know, as early as good for you, and as really good for me also, for everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Baldev.
Thank you, thank you.
तकलीफ क्या हुआ बलदेव जी? ये इतना बड़ा सब्जेक्ट है, 45 मिनट्स में किसी को एंकरेज करना वर्कशॉप आने के लिए बहुत मुश्किल था। तो बहुत ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग किया, एक डेढ़ महीना बाद में सोचा इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट क्या है, हम कहाँ से आए, क्यों आए और कहाँ जा रहे हैं, कुछ पता नहीं है, और कहाँ जा रहे हैं रियली वो रास्ता ठीक नहीं है, इसलिए थोड़ा यू टर्न करके कनेक्शन बना के कनेक्शन के साथ चलेंगे तो अच्छा हो जाएगा। ये सोचकर मैंने
राज साहब, मैंने प्रेजेंटेशन दिया था IIT राजन सर की क्लास के अंदर, वो 40 मिनट प्रेजेंटेशन इसी पे दिया था।
Wow, great.
मैं भी 40 मिनट प्रेजेंटेशन पीपल स्किल पर ही दिया था।
हाँ, वो छोटा पड़ गया सर, वो जगह कम छोटी थी, 40 मिनट कम थे उस वक्त भी,
कम थे, वही तो मुझे भी ऐसे। तो देखते हैं 2 दिन का वर्कशॉप में पूरा सब्जेक्ट क्लियर हो जाएगा।
I suggest keep it one day, then one day actually.
Yes, one day.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, not taking much. Deepika ji, do you have any questions for Narendra sir? Deepika ma'am?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. No, we can't hear you.
You are audible, but you have to. If you are muted, then you have to unmute and speak.
No, she's unmuted.
Shetty Saab, can I say something?
Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
I have to say good evening, and everyone, one of my friends actually, they don't know me, but Shetty Saab known me, Mr. Pradeep Shetty, and I am ITDN second group from Delhi actually, second batch actually. So, good evening, everyone.
I'm seeing you in so many webinars.
Yeah, I attended so many programs, which is duly respected by the Pradeep Shetty actually.
Thank
Only
you.
effort by him.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. You know, maybe one person also is just like एक दिया है ना, पूरी जगह वो रोशनी देता है. So it's like not the quantity that matters, but the quality of people who is joining to this group and, you know, contributing. Even your 2 words like Dr. Shivakumar sir, Baldev sir, Raja sir, you know, 2 words, you know, that creates a lot of impact. You know, that's
agree.
They
had the
Deepika, you are audible. Why don't you speak?
Yeah, Deepika madam, you can go ahead, please. Yeah, because we need to end this session, because main thing is Narendra sir. He has already told me to end it.
Time is there.
Yeah,
time is there, no problem.
Yeah, I don't want to lose, because there is only 4 minutes left, sir, for your next program where you need to join in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let me go ahead and conclude. So thank you very much, Narendra sir, for this amazing program. And I hope as everybody has given their views from their point of view, I request you to please, you know, think, ponder, and get the best of the program. We are always there to support you. Remember, this platform is always there if you want to launch anytime, anything. You need help in Zoom, you need help, you know, maybe myself introducing you or something like that. Anytime, you know, I'm always there. Saturday, Sunday, I'm always on a holiday. So, you know, I'm always there to support you, because when you grow, we will also start growing. We will also start learning many things from you, right? It's always
thank you.
Because unless you go to the field, you won't be learning anything. I really thank you very much. And I really salute you for being from the armed forces. Really, that's a great privilege to all of us. That I tell that tell my friends also. I have a good friend from the Indian Navy. They say, "Oh wow, where is he placed?" I say he's in Mumbai. Just like that. So it's really nice, amazing, and how youthful you are even at this moment, creating videos. That is really impacting me a lot. Thank you very much for that. Keep creating videos, keep motivating all of us. We just need your support at this particular time. And I also thank all the audience, whoever has joined, all the trainers. My due respect to them that even being a Sunday evening, all of you have
Sunday evening, yeah.
got time, which is the most important time, I think, of the week. All of you have joined in. So thank you very much. Let's go ahead and conclude this. Thank you very much, sir. Narendra, we hope to invite you again back soon. Yeah.
Who is the speaker next
Always.
week? Who is the speaker next week?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to announce is the speaker for the next week is Kalpana Ajgaonkar, madam. She's from Mumbai. She is an IITD, trainer too. She's a banker, ex-banker, and the most important thing is that she's going to speak about graphology. If you don't know what graphology is, it's a science behind handwriting and signature. So she has done, mastery in that. In short, if you are able to write in a plain sheet of paper with your own handwriting, cursive writing, and also do a signature and send it to her, that's enough. She'll be able to identify what type of person you are. And, in various ways, even in the future, maybe even if you're trying to do a matchmaking for your daughter or your son or something like that, you can take some specimen writings from the person on the other end with a signature or something, and she'll be able to predict maybe what type that person is. Is that person very angry or soft skilled, or is he very much attached to the parents, and what the type of person? And by just what she mentioned to me is that just by changing the handwriting, you can automatically change your thinking pattern, which I really am very much eager to listen. I did speak to her for an hour just few days back, and she said she will come and speak about herself a bit, and then about this science. So I request all of you to please attend this program next week. It is going to be an amazing program with little bit of science involved in it, and how it's going to change our life. Okay. Thank you.
Can I leave?
Thank you.
Can I leave?
Yeah. Narendra sir, please, you can take a lead.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Mr.
much.
Narendra.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dr. Shiv-Kumar sir, I'll be calling you back in a few minutes, sir. Okay.
Carry the job.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.